Hi, how are you? It's Travis in here, and welcome back to our adventures in the War Within. Last episode, we witnessed Magni's sacrifice, where he sacrificed himself and saved the Earthen from becoming Scarden. And now, since High Speaker Elric has now left, the new High Speaker is Brint. And I believe now we are off to a new zone called Hallowfall.
An open hand.
All right, orientation Gundergas.
I dismiss you.
It's good we can make new friends. In the days ahead, we'll need all the help we can get.
Mind yourself, champion. We need you. You may take your leave.
All right, so I guess we're off. Not too sure where we are going next. The Hallowed Path. I think we have to go down here. Ah, there he is. Anduin Rin.
I will help if I can.
Dingo, I'm glad our paths have crossed. Adelgon has been telling me about a caravan called Hallowfall. She's told me the people there are called the Arathi. I cannot imagine that they are related to the ancient human kingdom, but it can't be a coincidence. Adelgon's people had fruitful contact with them some time ago. Whatever happened, I hoped to repair the relationship and gain their aid. Please meet me at the Hallowfall gate.
I hear a radiant song.
But we had no access to the core way, and helping another culture was outside the Oathsworn's edicts.
Perhaps they need our help as well. Thank you for your help, Adelgon.
That's cool, Mount. All right, off we go, guys, to a new zone. Interested to see what it was like. The Ringing Deeps wasn't too bad. I liked the quests here. The Kobold ones were fun. Wow, look at this. Is this it? Hallowfall? This place looks pretty epic. We're supposed to go back here. My bad, guys. Just checking out the zone for a little bit. It's like this giant crystal up there.
By the light, it shines as brightly as the sun. Are those
I'll take a screenshot.
airships? But we're underground.
All right, let's have a chat here with
What can I
Anduin.
do?
We'll find out if the people of Hallowfall will stand with us as allies, Dingo. I'm ready.
I hear the radiant song. Is it coming from that crystal?
The Nerubians breached the Aegis wall, Farron. The darkness forced us back. Your fear of the dark will kill us all, General. We'll never survive unless... Quiet, Lamplighter. Outsiders are here. Who are you?
I will see you through the shadow.
Friendly outsiders are not common in Hallowfall, only enemies emerging from the shadow. but you seem comfortable in the light despite how unusual you may appear. I would welcome you were we not in the midst of a crisis.
Don't give in to fear.
Where the light touches. Many in Hallowfall will call you outsider. I would call you friend. I would also ask for your help. If you are no stranger to combat, desperate times forge strong friendships. General Steelstrike ordered the army to fall back from the Nerubian onslaught. In doing so, she abandoned a lamplighter and many troops to the darkness. I may not be able to save them on my own, but with your help I may succeed. If you're willing, ride with me or meet me there.
We carry the flame into the unknown.
I'm Farron, lamplighter of Hallowfall. I have a relief cart prepped for the wall. Will you join me?
Anduin. I'm an adventurer, exploring Kazalgar with my friend. That crystal.
Star. We call it a star. Beladar, the Emperor's vision of holy light.
A vision of light. Deep under the ground.
We're the Hallowfall expedition of the Arathi Empire. We followed our Emperor's sacred vision across the sea
To fight in Renalash, the final battle between light and dark.
As we crossed the sea, we were caught in a storm. The fleet was, enveloped in golden radiance. In a flash, our entire armada was transported down here.
You've been down here fighting the Nerubians ever since?
I was just a child. The only child when we were marooned. The Nerubians have never ceased their hostility. They crawl up from their kingdom seeking a fight and try to drag us down into the darkness. Steelstrike's army does well beneath Beladar's light. Those bugs are good at extinguishing hope. We lamplighters have trained to charge into the darkness. We save those who are lost and keep the Dawntowers lit.
Pretty cool intro so far to this zone.
Great Chiron! You're alive!
Farron, your courage acquits you well, young lamplighter.
Where the light touches. Outsider, the Nerubians took us by surprise. The army went into retreat when the wall was breached. I've been keeping them away from this tower, but I could certainly use your help.
Search the shadows. Lead them home.
Who are you, Chiron? I served the Empire for many years before coming to Hallowfall as a warden in our military. I wonder who the Empire is. Is it the Empire of Light? When we first arrived in Hallowfall, I volunteered to lead a group in scouting the land. We found what areas were defensible, what was overrun by Nerubians and the Kobus, and laid a foundation for the defense of Meradar. Or Meraldar. I found my calling late in life, bound to a star of prophecy in an unlikely land beneath the ground, and I would see all those that walk in the light of the sacred flame survive another day. Tell me about the lamplighters. It's not easy to face darkness, you know, is dangerous. That's even more true in a cave trap, Dingo. We lamplighters are the ones who brave the darkness to make sure Arathi Dawntowers are lit and our people are safe. We frequently have strong disagreements with the military, but we are free to do what we believe we must. We're few in number, to be sure, and our willingness to face the darkness in spite of our fears is seen as unusual. But when the lamplighter arrives, the Arathi's hope grows brighter. All right, tunnel trouble.
Lost to the darkness.
It's good to have new allies here together. We have much better chances of protecting this tower. The Nerubians have overwhelmed us. If we are going to have any chance against them, we need to destroy the burrows they're using to come under the wall. If you can handle that, we will survey the field from the top of the wall and meet you there.
In service to others, we find our flame.
It's hard to see the destruction here knowing how well the wall has served us for so long. Hard to think about the soldiers who died defending it and those that will die because we don't have this defensive advantage. Why don't you leave this place, Farron? Hallowfall is a holy place, Trav Dingo. Here we guard the Emperor's vision at Belladar. I wonder who the Emperor is. It is our faith in the sacred flame which prevents it from shifting forever into shadow.
Despite everything, the Arathi
Igniting
find
hope.
joy.
One Dawntower has fallen, but a faint glimmer of hope remains with a smaller key flame atop the wall. The shattered remnants needed to sustain that light were taken by the Nerubians. Gather the remnants from Nerubians you slay and help ignite a beacon of hope.
If you are the Dawntower won't be enough to hold them back. The Nerubians have gotten braver.
Okay.
We must ignite the key flame on the wall. Its sacred flame will keep the Nerubians at bay.
Do a little herb gathering here. Supposedly professions have been updated quite a bit. I haven't really checked them out yet. Let's see, they got this mining journal here. Looks better than it does in Classic, I'll say that much. And supposedly you can specialize in a certain type of mining and herbalism. I'll have to look into that later. If I do another playthrough, we go from like 0 to 80. I could look more into a profession. But we're just so behind right now that I might just do it later on this character. All right, so do we go this way? Or is it below? Guess we'll just keep going this way. I like the music in this zone. So what are we doing here? Nerubian burrows. Interested to see what happens in this zone. And what happens with Anduin. So I'm not too sure what he did in Dragonflight or if he did anything at all. Maybe he was just getting over all of the trauma that happened to him in Shadowlands. So we're going to get to see a new phase for Anduin. This is probably the beginning of it here. Maybe he becomes the Emperor. Interested to see who the Emperor is. And we have to do a dungeon, guys. I'm going to try to queue up for Stonevault. Maybe we'll do that next episode. We'll start off in Stonevault. We didn't get a chance to do that dungeon yet. I'm not too sure if we did it as a follower dungeon last episode. I don't really think that was the Stonevault. I think that was just the Awakening Machine that was turning... Earthen into Discard. And I assume High Speaker Elric will probably be like a raid boss, or maybe he's a boss in the Stone Vault. We'll have to see. I haven't been like paying too much attention to the raids. I wonder if the raid is currently in the adventure guide. Also, here's the raids. Aberrus, the Shadowed Crucible, is that it? This looks like a Dragonflight raid. Or it probably is. Usually it takes they wait like 2 weeks, right, for a new raid to come out. Oh, here they are, Kaz-Elgar. So this is the first raid, I guess. Kaz-Elgar. Kordak, the Dormant Protector. Aggregation of Horrors. Shurai, Atrocity of the Undersea. And Orta, the Broken Mountain. And then Nurubar Palace is the next raid. Damn, we gotta heal Trav Dingo. Going down. He's gonna die here. Hope he stays alive. I'll have to res him. No, he went down. I probably should have just trapped him and fed him some food. Let's res him here. You fight Queen Ansarek, and it looks like she's the leader, right, of the Nerubians. That makes sense. That's a cool first raid. We got some meat on us. We got a little bit of meat. We need to feed our pet here. Put it here. Okay, so that is the collected the remnants. Need a few more burrows. There's one over here. And then we need Aegis Keyflames empowered by Shattered Remnants. Ours to see what happens when we power this. There we go.
A lamplighter brings hope. Be strong.
An empowered
my friend.
Keyflame will be a great help.
A beacon in the dark.
With the light of flame, I see hope that we will drive the Nerubians
In
back.
my heart, there is fire.
Come and share my light. We must confront
Excellent, Trav
the
Dingo. If we
darkness.
don't have to worry about the Nerubians stabbing us in the back, we can deal with those pouring through below.
Your flame brings hope.
The only good
We keep
spider.
the Dawntower
Trav Dingo,
safe.
if we don't stem the tide of the Nerubians climbing up to us, nothing else will matter. Their numbers are just too great. We need to delay their onslaught to buy the people of Hallowfall time to prepare, the wall will serve as a very effective choke point. Do what you can to thin their
We
numbers.
venture into shadow.
We cannot hide from evil.
Good people died here today, Travdingo, a lot of them. Every Arathi soldier carries a tinder box. It represents their devotion to the sacred flame. Many use it as a focus to bring forth the flame's light in the dark places beyond the light of Beledar. The sacred flame brings hope. With the Nerubian attack, we can't recover their bodies, so we must retrieve these symbols to venerate their sacrifice. Then use this torch to burn their bodies. It's the best funeral we can offer.
A beacon. We Arathi are consecrated in the sacred flame. Do not leave my people on the field.
I'm just checking to see if we got any upgrades here. It doesn't look like it. But we should get some soon, maybe. Okay, well, let's try to find some soldiers here. And then we'll deal with the Nerubians. We'll go this way. Maybe we'll just go right down here. We got some Earthforged handguards of the Quick Blade. Blade hands. I think they're for the Holy Paladin. They have intellect on them. What the heck is that thing? A Deep Fiend Azalix. And yeah, there's going to be a new event, guys. Well, it's not a new event, but it's an event for WoW's 20th anniversary. I almost forgot about this. And they're doing quite a bit since it's the 20th anniversary. There's going to be a new raid. And, well, it's pretty much a new raid, but it's from an old dungeon. And that dungeon is Blackrock Depths. It's going to be a 10 to 15 player raid. And I'm looking forward to that. That's my favorite dungeon in the game is Blackrock Depths because it pretty much feels like a dungeon that's a raid. It's so big. Takes a couple hours almost to get through the entire dungeon, which is why I think it's perfect for them to turn it into like a raid. And they're updating the mechanics for the bosses and the graphics as well. So I'm interested to see what they do with that. And they're also having a Chromie event where Chromie brings you back in time to the Gates of Anchorage opening for AQ40. And there we go, guys. We leveled up to 75. See what we got here. Let's pick one of these. Dark Empowerment or Grave Reaper. Grave Reaper. When a target affected by Black Arrow dies, the cooldown of Black Arrow is reduced by 12 seconds. And Dark Empowerment, when Black Arrow resets the cooldown of an ability, gain 15 focus. I think we'll take that. Gain a little bit more focus when we use Black Arrow. Alright, so we got all the tinder boxes. We just have to slay a few more Nerubians. So yeah, she's bringing us back to the Gates of Anchorage opening. But there's a little bit of a twist. There's going to be raid bosses there. Like Kel'Thuzad. Going to be Legion mobs, the Scourge. So it's going to be kind of like a twisted timeline. And it seems like it's an event that really is trying to get classic players to check out retail. A lot of it is classic focused. Like vanilla focused. There's also a time walking dungeon event. And the dungeons are mostly from classic era. Like, so I'll tell you guys which ones there are. Zul'Farrak, Dire Maul, Dead Mines, and Stratholme. And all of them are going to be updated. I believe with new mechanics and stuff like that.
When shadow falls,
If you're covered their tinderboxes, every life deserves to be remembered in the sacred flame. Thank you, Trav Dingo. You've helped to honor their sacrifice as well as we can. And we're going to get the Lamplighter's Cinch. Seems like it's a waist upgrade here. 896 agility, 4,331 stamina, 441 haste, and 441 mastery.
If you are
So we'll put that on.
Holding onto hope in the very heart of shadow.
Starting to get replacements now, guys.
They seek the light of the sacred flame now.
This is a good start. There are still many more Nerubians coming from below, but we must turn our attention to those already inside Hallowfall.
We keep the Dawntowers lit.
My faith kindles my hope.
It's critical with so many Nerubians pouring through the Aegis wall that we defend our airships docked at Tenir's ascent. The Nerubians have always outnumbered us, but our fleet allows us to concentrate our defenders where they are attacking, as well as allowing us to bombard them from the safety of the skies. If we lose our armada, our hopes fade dramatically. Meet us there when you can.
Look, those Nerubians are fleeing.
Not fleeing, advancing. They mean to destroy our air docks.
Okay, so here we go. Guess we'll follow them. And they're also bringing back Tier 2 sets, guys. Tier 2 sets are from the raid Blackwing Lair. And that's the raid with Nefarian. And I don't know if you guys remember some of these sets. I think the most popular one is the Judge Paladin Judgment Armor. It looks pretty awesome. I'd say that's probably the best looking Paladin set, right? And then another one that I remember is the Bloodfang Rogue set. That was always my favorite. It's one of the best rogue sets, I would say.
We
I think my
owe our
favorite is Death
service to
Panel.
those in need.
Rally on the Dawnbreaker. I'm glad you're with us, Dingo. Without our airships, we have little chance of holding back the Nerubians in the long run. Say nothing of our dock workers who are safe below. Let's see to the defense.
Despite everything,
Dingo, if
the
we're going to
Arathi
hold the
find
Nerubians
joy.
back, we have to deal with their siege weapons. Around Tanir's descent, there are kegs of black powder to supply our ships for combat. Since the Nerubians have caught these ships on the ground, let's put that powder to work. Gather some barrels and take them down to the Nerubian siege weapons.
don't give in to fear.
The sacred flame guides me.
The Lamplighter will always accept an ally,
In
Dingo.
service to others, we find our
We fought the Nerubians since we arrived, Dingo. Their attacks have not risen to this level in a long time. These airship docks are clearly a target, but do they have any others? Is there a larger goal? The Nerubians carry shadecasters with orders from their queen. We need to learn what we can of their plans and intentions, and recovering a few of those shadecasters is the best way we can do so.
Chiron, the Dawntower isn't lit. If Beledar should shift,
You're right. Your new friends can protect the people. We must ignite the sacred flame.
Nice, let's deal with these shadecasters here. And a bunch of world bosses are coming back too, like all the world bosses from Classic era, a few from TBC, and then I believe there's also one from Mista Pandaria as well. There's going to be a bunch of world bosses you can fight, and they're going to have some fun events like Trial of Style, which I believe they had, but I've done it before. I remember doing Trial of Style before.
Ashkahat will rise. Prove your worth. Earn your ascension.
And what the Trial of Style is, you go up and you like show off your transmog. There's a bunch of people doing it, and then I think people vote like which one's the best. I think you get an achievement if you win the Trial Style. I remember getting one back in the day. I don't remember what expansion it was from. I think it was Warlords of Draenor, maybe. And there's going to be a mount competition as well where you can show off your mounts. It's quite the event. Put a lot of work into it, clearly. I hope I can get all of the armors. I just hope I can participate in the event, to be honest. I'm only level 75 right now. Be cool just to do the Blackrock Depths raid. That's what I want to check out the most. And supposedly there's going to be tiers for it too. It's going to be a normal, heroic. Assume the gear from it's going to be alright.
The tendrils of shadow are sinking into this land. Utilize their feet to strike them down.
The Tendrils of Shadow. I wonder if there's like a Shadow Old God. Looks like this might be a dungeon.
The threads have been spun. They will get their fated final war.
Alright, so let's get these kegs here. But I think we'll be able to participate in the event. I think they'll let it last for how long? Like a month, maybe? Something like that. I'll have to look into it. Yeah, I'm actually looking more like forward to the Blackrock Depths raid than this Nerubian one. And I guess that's just because I'm a classic fanboy. But they're clearly trying to get the classic community to give retail a try by doing this event. I think if you are playing retail, you should give, I mean, classic, you should give this a try. I think they've done a good job with the leveling so far. I'm not too sure about the end game though. Where's that last keg? Oh, there it is. I just need to find one more. What do we have to do here? We have to destroy the siege weapons. That's why we picked up these kegs. I just forget to get off my mount. There we go. Well, I forget that my mount has abilities. I'm still not used to that.
I will always try.
It's amazing to see what they're at. Oh, yeah, we've done. I think we've checked that out.
I'd be forgiven.
Final War Ascension. Not as many answers as questions to Dingo, but we at least have some pieces of the puzzle.
Who is calling for help?
We're able to destroy their siege weapons.
Will I be forgiven?
With those siege weapons destroyed, we're in a much better shape. Farron went ahead to light the Dawntower with great Chiron. She asked that we meet them there.
We have lost so many.
Trapdingo and the Nerubians all seem to be taking orders from that siege lord south of here. If we can defeat her, that may turn the tide of this attack. Without a leader organizing the attack, the Arathi may be able to drive back the Nerubians, especially if Farron is able to light the Dawntower she spoke of. But the longer we delay, the greater damage to the Arathi airships. Go quickly.
I hear a radiant song.
Alright, so let's go fight this Nerubian leader.
Good to see you, champion. I've been tracking this one since it crawled up out of its hole.
Nice.
My arrow strike
It's
true.
Valeria Windrunner. Wonder if that show came out yet. I haven't really, kept up with that. But supposedly she has a show coming out. or a show that's based around Ilaria. I think we're waiting for Xerosh to spawn. There he is. Okay, so let's deal with them. Item over here. Here we don't pull any Nerubians. Prepare the shooter, void-rending shot. Alright, shoot it. Do whatever you gotta do. We're starting to pull here. Let's trap that guy. Taking some damage. This isn't looking good, but we're close to getting him down.
Look at these Arathi and see my son. I will slaughter every Nerubian in my path to keep them from harm.
Well, help me with these ones. That would be nice. With the Nerubian's leader defeated, we should be able to leave the defenses to the Arathi. You've saved many lives today.
I thought we agreed you'd stay.
Farron went to light the Dawntower. She said
I
to keep
heard stories of the Arathi as king. I mean, I was curious.
Farron went to light the Dawntower. Said it keeps the light of the sacred flame shining upon Hallowfall. Chiron is there as well. It's hard to imagine that any beacon could outshine their star Beledar, but I am eager to see this new expression of the light. Meet me by the Dawntower, and we can see how the sacred flame of the Arathi helps us to safeguard these long-lost cousins of mine.
Will I be forgiven?
Witness the lighting of the Dawntower.
I will help if I can.
Alright, Farron says these Dawntowers with the Lamplighters aid. Keep the Arathi ready for whatever darkness comes. Do you feel ready, Trap Dingo? I am ready. Wow, look at that. Looks like it's been corrupted.
What is happening?
It's Beledar, our star. It shifts between the light and this. The Dawntowers hold back the darkness with the sacred flame, but the light always returns.
The stars are devoured, and they light a candle. You know how this ends, Illyria. Inevitably, the void consumes everything.
Show yourself, monster!
You know where to find me. Deeper in the darkness.
There's a chill in the air. I will scout ahead.
Be careful, Illyria.
Just in time, Drive Dingo.
Farron, watch the outsiders. It's dangerous to travel alone.
Beledar has fallen dark for a time, but now we have our own light to hold back the darkness. Looks like we're going to get a shoulder upgrade here. Tower Keeper's shoulder guards. 896 agility, 4,331 stamina, 353 versatility, and 529 mastery.
Be strong, my friend.
Darkness has fallen. We can't rest yet. Farron gives you a weary smile, but there is a light in her eyes. The light from the tower will hold the worst dangers in the darkness at bay. It's my duty as lamplighter to keep all the towers blazing. My patrol takes me to Laurel's Crossing by air next. I would welcome you and Anduin at my side for all our sakes.
In my heart,
This darkness, how long does it last?
sometimes only moments, sometimes days. We lost so many the first time it turned. We will travel by air. Monsters arise in the darkness.
All right, guys. Well, I am going to call this episode here. Next episode, we will, I guess, go on this flight here with Anduin and Farron. But first, we'll probably do the Stone Vault dungeon. It looks like we've unlocked another dungeon, Priory the Sacred Flame. But we'll check out the Stone Vault. But that's going to be the end of today's episode, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.